So the topic this morning in today's Blab with Charlene was actually the topic of failure. Seeing it as an action or seeing it as an identity. I just did a Twitter poll. 37%, 33% have said that when they talk about failure, they mostly see it talking about identity. And then the other 67%, if I'm adding correctly, I think I am there, said that they hear failure as an action more than an identity. That's been my thought about today, because I recently failed at something at work, and yeah, but it turned out alright. It wasn't that bad. We recorrected it and fixed it up, and we adapted, and it was kind of a very nice, complementary happening to the topic I talked about this morning. Interesting how stuff just connects, you know? The one thing that I constantly think about when it comes to failure is like whether or not we discuss it in terms of expectation, like extrinsic expectation, stuff on the outside that we're expected to do, or intrinsic, like economic or intrinsic value that you have. I think we confuse those two things a lot of times. Like, we're all human beings, right? So in terms of intrinsically, we're all the same, we're all human. But on the outside, we are not the same. And the idea that you have to be perfect in order to be human or earn humanness or deserve humanness is just a scary thought. That's damaging. Failure, in my mind, more often than not, is something that's not personal. It's your mindset, your awareness, your knowledge, your tool. You've used something wrong, or you fall short because of something you misunderstand. It's your approach. It's something that's not personal. It's not a sense of self. It's not who you are. It's just your approach based off the circumstance or based off of what you did just didn't work. And other times, though, I think when we care about something really important to us and something that matters to us, people that matter to us, and we begin to not care anymore about what we're doing, we get apathetic, we lose interest, we lose initiative. That, to me, is when it becomes personal, because it's something you really care about. It's something that matters to you. You decided not to take initiative and not do the thing, and not something that you care about. And we don't care about something that hurts other people, because other people that matter to us start to have to kind of see things as they are. And that's kind of sad. It's personal and it's not personal, in a way. Why would it be one or the other? It's both action and identity to different degrees. That's why that spectrum on the Twitter question I asked didn't only be action. That didn't make any sense. Wasn't only responded by action. It was actually shown to be both. One of the coolest things I think that my mic on? My parents did for me was actually record things. Record a lot of things. I mean, look at this. Awesome. And that's one of the reasons I'm so into video recording at such a young age, because my parents did it. So, when I was so young, when I was 3, when I was 1, my brother was 1. And actually, in my living room, I actually have a giant case of VCRs I got from my grandmother's house that has, little footage of me and my brother. And there was one that said Lake Marge, which I've never seen that footage before. That was where we fished in 2005. So I have to take a look at that footage. I might do some of that. And I might edit some Tomb Raider. I think creating a narrative and keeping things helps us create a story. And helps us appreciate it. And I was thinking yesterday about that question I asked. Thinking about being able to appreciate both. The rare things that have changed and won't be the same. And the things also that stay the same that we can easily forget about. The more I watch YouTube, the more I watch NFI videos. I just watched the series of videos about pets. Fishing, all the pets that I've had in my life. A snake, 2 parakeets, a few dogs, fostered greyhounds, aquatic frogs. I can't help but think about how much there is to appreciate all the time. How do we get a hold of it? How do we engage? One of my favorite sayings is actually what else can I do with this wonderful life of mine? What other great things can I accomplish and contribute to and share and express joy and gratitude for? I just listened to WTOP by Mike Falzone and had some pizza. What else? What else can I do? Think about it all the time. I've set all my dates this year for trips. I've got VidCon, I've got FCCLA State Conference, and I've got FCCLA Summer Leadership, and that comes out to 10 days. I even considered having a day off for the Project for Awesome on that Friday, so I can upload my video and do the marathon, the live stream if I wanted to. A year ago today, through my journal, I was actually thinking about the audience content dynamic. Do we make things for the gift itself, or do we make things inherently for our audience, people we create it for? I think it's really both, but the creation of the value is the important part. and somebody's got to appreciate it, even if it's just one person and changes one person's life. And that's how I look at the creativity of videos or writing or blogging or journaling or sharing anything. Pictures, statuses, quotes, creating things. Just creating value in any way we can. And whether that's teaching ski lessons to people or being on a nature preserve or hiking in the Tibetan mountains or writing books, whatever way we can channel that energy, I think that's the important part. And that goes back to the fear of failure as well. One side of fear is not doing anything, and the other side of fear is attempting to do it despite the adversity that we face. A year ago, I was still thinking about how do I get everything done. I'm going to get back to quote putting in notebook and journaling and YouTube and pictures and editing and a bunch of things. And I'm going to try to go to bed at a decent time tonight and start the day early tomorrow. Keeping you, DFTBA, everybody Palka. See you tomorrow.